In honor of Jazz Appreciation Month this April, we are learning all about the Musical Arts Institute and how they prepare students for professional careers as musicians.
Joining us now with more is Executive Director Michael Manson and student Josiah McNeal. Thank you so much for being here, gentlemen.
It's a pleasure to be here.
Talk a little about, Michael, how you started this and why you started it.
So, coming up on the south side of Chicago, music has had a tremendous impact in my life. And it seemed like there weren't enough opportunities and enough resources on the south side of Chicago. And I wanted to create a place where people, students like Josiah, could come and really experience the art of music and jazz and classical and have all the resources that they need, because our kids are just talented.
Yeah.
And all they need is opportunity and resources.
Oh, absolutely. And Josiah, you said you started out playing in church.
Yes, I
Your
did.
uncle taught you to play in church, but then you needed a little bit more exposure, so that's when you joined?
Yeah, I joined to get more exposure and just be more flexible with different varieties and genres of music.
Okay, so you played the
Drums. Yes.
Okay.
Did you know that you wanted to make this a career, or was it just something fun you were doing with family?
Well, it was something that I took on after my dad, and as I kept going, I wanted to play and use it as a career.
Okay, all right. And that's the wonderful thing, because you pair these young people with actual professional musicians.
Absolutely. One-on-one training is a big deal for us. And we've got many success stories. We've been in business now for 12 years.
Okay.
And we've got many success stories those who have started with us, who are now alums, who are doing unbelievable things.
Give me some names. Give me something. Show me. Tell me something. I need to know.
Well, one of our students, former students, is starring at the Lyric Opera right now.
Ooh,
Yeah,
that's
her
amazing.
name is.
That's all right.
All the
Yeah,
time.
it happens all the time. But I mean, those are the type of successes you can claim.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And I think what is wonderful, because I think what a lot of young kids when they start out in music miss, is they don't see what the end game could be. They just start learning notes,
Right.
and they miss a little bit of the cool factor that's the motivation.
Absolutely. But you know, a lot of times music changes lives.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of bad things that are happening on the south side of Chicago, gangs and things of that nature, bad behaviors, right? And I was one of those kids where I was going down the wrong path, and music literally saved my life. And I want music to be able to save the lives of others as they're coming up. So that's why we're planted right there on the south side of Chicago.
Right there on 92nd and Lafayette.
That's what's
I see
up.
you over there nodding, Josiah. Is this what the music has done for you? Giving you an outlet?
Yeah, music is really another resource, and it has really kept me busy, and you know, it took me off. Well, I wasn't really in the streets or on the wrong path, because I had my parents to guide me, but yeah, it was just something that I could get a scholarship for, that I could, you know, grow up and really take this on as a career and job in my future life.
And not to mention, you could be real cool over there playing those drums, okay? All right? Josiah, Michael, thank you so much.
It's a pleasure.